Hey, VC, it's the Cosmic Hippo. How are we today? We are here to continue Block Sonic Wafer's visit to the secret stash. I've noticed that several channels indulge the crowds with visitating stuffed type critters. So I just wanted to pop in, throw my chapeau in the ring. What? What'd you say? What's going on here? Well, we're having a bit of a video conference with our fans. Our fans? I didn't know we had fans. Well, we have a few. Not many. But the crowd seems to be building up a bit. Well, okay then. Let's get on with the topic at hand. The visit to the secret stash, number 3, part 2. Cool.
I am sorry about that interruption, folks. I lost control of my equipment there for a moment, but I have forced the Cosmic Hippo to get back on my shirt, so we should be good to go for a few minutes anyway. So this is part 2 of my secret stash visit number 3, and last we left off here we had just finished with Procol Harum, and now we're going to continue with the Beatles 20 greatest hits. This is the US Capitol edition, which has a different track listing than the UK version. It has an abbreviated Hey Jude. To be honest with you, I think Hey Jude ran a little long to begin with, so that doesn't concern me too much. But my understanding is that EMI had originally intended to do a double LP best of, so to speak, and Capitol said no, they wouldn't be interested in doing a 2 LP project at that time. So it got pared down to this, and then, as I said, Capitol kind of rearranged the set list a little bit for their version, and that's what this is. It's a good, clean copy, and I've listened to one side of it, and I'm going to finish the other side after this filming. What's up next? The Gees Trafalgar. How Can You Mend a Broken Heart was their hit from this one, at least in the US. The familiar Atco label. Vinyl's in excellent condition, and I paid $5.99 for it. I'm not mad at that. Motley Hoople is playing in the background. Sure, some of you metalheads are familiar with Motley Hoople. Joan Armatrading, The Key. This is a great album by Joan Armatrading. It features Adrian Belew on lead guitar, the great Tony Levin on bass, Larry Fast on keyboards from Synergy, Ian MacDonald, who we just recently lost, who was uh, in Foreigner as well as King Crimson and many other sessions. But the star of this is Joan Armatrading, and she's a great songwriter, great musician. Fun album. Starcastle, Fountains of Light. This again harkens back to the days when FM radio could play deep cuts. And that's where I heard about these guys. And then I got to see them open for Kansas, which was a very fitting match. They were actually very similar. And I would proclaim these guys to be Prague as well as Kansas. Got some Woids. If you need any Woids, here's some. Here's the Bond. And it's on the Orange Epic label. Haven't heard this one in a long time. I'll have to resolve that. Alright, I'm not going to argue with you while we're in the middle of this. I mentioned in my recent thread about original motion picture soundtracks with Beth that I had the OG version of Vanishing Point on vinyl. Here it is. Not in the bestest of conditions. I actually wrote my name up here. And that looks like my sister's writing with the address. I told the story. I was working in the movie theater when this movie came out. It was 1970. I was 15 years old. It was my first official position. I was an usher for 55 cents an hour until I got promoted to doorman, where I got bumped up to 65 cents an hour. So I saw this movie quite a few times at work. And it's got some good tracks on here. Delaney and Bonnie did a scene in the film where they were performing live in the desert with Delaney and Bonnie and friends. They did You Got to Believe. And there's some good songs on here. It's on the Bell label. Amos Records. Okay. So it says Amos Records on the label. And it says Bell. Okay, they're both on there. They're both on there. Jimmy Walker's on here. Jerry Reed's on here. The Doug Dillard Expedition is on here. Mountains on here. And as I said, Delaney and Bonnie and Friends. Those friends didn't include Eric Clapton at this time. Chicago Savon. Got the embossed leatherette cover, both sides. There are the guys out at Caribou Ranch. Nice gatefold. Nice double LP. I do not like, however, how they wrote the lyrics and the credits in this cursive, which frankly I have a hard time reading. The labels are the same way. They're very nice though. This one is not quite as good as the first two or the first four, in my opinion. The second LP here does have 2 or 3 of their hits on it. So there we go, Chicago 7. What's next? Buckingham Nicks, an OG copy. It's a little stained a bit on the inside there from natural causes. Great record. It's pretty obvious why Fleetwood Mac snagged them to join the band. I have a bootleg version of this somewhere on kind of a whiskey colored vinyl, but you can tell the difference. It sounds like a needle drop compared to this, and it probably is. Alright, in the first version of this, we showed Joni Mitchell's Blue. Here's Elvis Costello's Almost Blue. When he came over to Nashville, Tennessee, and tried to make his version of a country album. Why Don't You Love Me Like You Used to Do? I don't particularly care for his rendition of that. Sweet Dreams, Success, I'm Your Toy, Hot Burrito #1, Tonight, The Bottle Let Me Down, Brown to Blue, A Good Year for the Roses, Sitting and Thinking, Honey Hush, recorded in CBS Recording Studio A, Nashville, from May 19th through 29th, 1981. So there it is, Almost Blue. Not quite, but almost. I just saw a video by Mazzy and Robert Fitton talking about promos. And here is a DJ promo of Thick as a Brick. And they were discussing banded promos for radio. There's the Lost Leaders. So this is a white label banded version of Thick as a Brick. So it's got different edits. Here's edit 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And here's edit 6, 7, and 8. So radio DJs could play just part of the track, since it's really all one track, split by the sides. Promotion, not for sale. 1972, stereo. I have quite a few versions of Thick as a Brick. It's one of the albums that I have the most versions of. Us collectors are silly like that. So there's one of them. It's got the full newspaper. Next, I got 3 albums to show here. I've got all 3 of the Elf albums with Ronnie James Dio. Great band. on the Epic label. That one's on MGM. 2 on MGM and 1 on Epic. I love this cover. This one's going for pretty good money, I believe. Elf. And it's got a cut corner. 2 of them have a cut corner. I hate it when that happens. We'll figure that out later. I saw somebody else show this yesterday. Rush Archives. Triple LP. And it has their first album, Fly By Night, and Caress of Steel. Mercury label. All 3 records. It's for people to catch up when these things weren't as hot as they were when they first came out. You can spend a little less money and gather all 3 of them in one whack. I'm glad they did that. And it's that time of year for Nat King Cole's Christmas song. It's high fidelity. A similar version of this Capitol album was formerly available under the title The Magic of Christmas. I'm going to do a video about my Christmas records at some point. And CDs. There's the Color Band Capitol label. Album looks to be near mint. Cover is VG. Maybe a little better than VG. Alright, we've only got a couple more in the Beatle bag. But then I have another stack, which I'm going to save for a 3rd video. Fleetwood Mac in Chicago, featuring Otis Spann, Willie Dixon, Shaky Horton, J.T. Brown, Guitar Buddy Honeyboy Edwards, S.P. Leary. It's a double LP. Got the track listing and a map of Chicago in there. Homework, Sugar Mama, Every Day I Have the Blues, Blackjack Blues, Watch Out, Ooh Baby, South Indiana, Take 1, Take 2, Last Night, Red Heart Jam, I'm Worried, I Held My Baby Last Night, I Need Your Love. Oop. This is going to be some good stuff. This is the old Fleetwood Mac. This 2-set record set has previously been issued on Blue Horizon Records. So obviously, this is a repress. Just in time, because we're winding down on camera time, we'll finish up with Mahogany Rush, Strange Universe. Again, we got some Lloyds in here. I saw these guys at Alex Cooley's Electric Ballroom in Atlanta. They played twice, and during the second set, Aerosmith walked in. I hung out at the bar with Stephen Tyler and the gang. I've got his address on a napkin. But this is a great record. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed perusing the Secret Stash Part 2. Stay tuned because Part 3 will be coming up very soon. I hope you have a great day. I hope you're enjoying Motley Hoople. Sorry, Motley Hoople. And I'll probably get a copyright notice from Beethoven himself. Everybody have a great day. Go slap something on the turntable. Thanks, folks. I almost forgot. I can't listen to good music without my wingman, actually wing girl, Molly. Have a look up here, Molly. Good girl. Good girl. You want to go for a walkie? All right.